Alright, I wanted to show y'all what I'm doing here. I've had this tag on here a long time. I painted that on there to match my tattoo, one of my tattoos that I have. So I've been thinking about changing this for a while because I haven't been riding the motorcycle. So I'm going to change it. So I'll do a little more in depth of what I'm doing here on this one. Because making this box that I just made for David Shealy, it gave me the idea to what I was wanting to do here. So I figured out what I would do. So I'm going to take this off and I'm going to sand it down a little bit and paint it. And then I'll show you as I go what I'm doing here. So this is just an old tag, and I had painted it. So I'm going to sand it a little bit with the 220 sandpaper here. And then I'll go ahead and paint it and let it dry. And I've been printing out some stencils that I'm going to use. So some of my older videos, I got some motorcycle riding videos. And before I actually started doing the videos, me and Wynette had done a lot of motorcycle riding. And we rode all around Florida quite a bit. So I wanted to get an early start on this morning. So I'm going to start painting it. Alright, so I like the color here that I just used on David Shealy's box. Alright, so I'm just going to spray a couple light coats on here. Alright, I'm going to let that dry a little bit and then I'm going to put another light coat on it. Alright, so this is my stencils here that I printed out. So I'm going to cut these out. And actually before I start cutting them out too, I'm going to size them up. I need to size them up a little bit on the tag here. They might be a little bit big. But I'm going to size them up and make sure how I want to arrange them. And then I'll cut them out. Alright, I got my stencils cut out. And I got the first one here. I'm fixing to paint the first one and then I'll let it dry a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry a few minutes and then I'll take the paper off and then I'll let it dry a little bit longer. Alright, I got the hog stencil taped on here now. Okay, we'll give that a couple minutes to dry and then I'll take that off. Alright, I just took the hog stencil off. It's looking good. Once I get done with painting the stencils on, I'll touch everything up with the small brushes. Touch it up a little bit. It's looking good. Alright, so I'm gonna do the next one. Alright, I got the Florida stencil on there. Alright, so we'll let that dry a little bit. Alright, I just took the Florida stencil off. It's looking good. So I'm going to let that dry a little bit before I put the next stencil on. Alright, so now I got the hiker on here. So we're going to paint in. And then I'll paint his stick on with the paintbrush too. Alright, so we'll let that dry just a little bit. And then we'll take the papers off and see what it looks like. Alright, we're getting there. It's looking good. It'll look really good once I touch it up. One other thing I did here too is I took the screws and sanded them down a little bit and I stuck them in the cardboard here, and then I'm going to paint them. So it's a little trick if you ever needed colored screws. Just stick them in cardboard there and paint them, let them dry. Okay, I was going to let y'all see what I'm doing here too. When I touch these up, usually what I do when I touch these up is I come on touch up the black one. So I'll take and I'll spray a little bit of this paint into the cup, into the lid here. I always like to shake these up good. But I'll spray a little bit into the lid. I'm actually going to draw some feet on this one. Draw a stick. That's all I do with these pretty much, is touch them up a little. this will dry. This will dry pretty quick. And it'll dry in the lid so you can put it right back on. To do a whole lot of touching. Try to make it look a little more like this. So I think that's pretty good. So I got a couple spots there. I think I'll go ahead and touch up with the brown color too. And then I'll just let that dry before I put it back on. And these I just use them like that and throw them on. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I think that's pretty good. And then it's going to be on the front of the truck too anyway. So I like that. I think it looks good. And it's just going to be on the front of the truck. It's going to get dirty and messed up over time anyway. Yep, so I'll leave it like that. And like I said, I painted these, so when I put these on, they're going to be the same color as the tag. Alright, so I just took a couple pictures of it there. So I really like that. I think it turned out good. Actually, I think I was thinking about drawing a hat on the hiker. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I think I'll leave it like it is. I like the way it turned out. Alright, so I'm gonna go put it on the front of the truck. Alright, y'all, I'm putting the tag on. I think I got the camera where you can see it. It's kind of hard to see out here in the sun sometimes, that camera. The screen on it anyway. Alright, so it was time for a change on this. I finally came up with a good idea of what I wanted to do. And I'm sure this will get dirty and fade and stuff like the other one did some. But there we go. I got it. I got it how I wanted it. Alright, there we go. I got it. So I think it looks pretty good. Alright, so I was putting this video together, and while I was editing it and putting the video together here, I was noticing that I had a space right up in here that was still blank, and I hadn't really planned on putting anything there, but then I realized something could go there. So I'm gonna draw me a little compass there with the northeast, southwest, with that on it. So I want to do that and then add that in here to the video. So I think I want to start it with the pencil. I'm just going to hand draw it on. And then I'll paint it. So I'm just keeping it simple. I'm not doing anything. I'm just keeping it pretty simple. Alright, I think that's going to look good. It's just something simple and quick. The tag's already starting to get dirty, so it's not going to matter. It's going to get noisy now. I'll have to edit some of this out. There we go. I had to go ahead and add a hat on it. I touched up a couple spots. So I like that. It's simple and it fills up the space. Made it look better. It touches up the end of the video. Alright, thank y'all for watching. Hope you like it.